So good evening and good morning, wherever you are in the art world. In this moment, actually, we are in Switzerland, and you are Cristina Salmastrelli, General Manager of VOLTA Fair. Where are you now?
So I'm in New York City. Hello from, an ocean apart, but soon I will be over there and I cannot wait.
We can't wait either. We can't wait. So we are delighted and really an honor for us to have you here with us to the Art Talk, to the very special issue of the Art Talk magazine. So, Cristina, you are, this year Volta is in a different venue.
Yep.
And we can't wait to see it. And can you share why the change of the venue and how the fair will be different from the previous ones?
Absolutely, yes. So sadly, our venue has shut down. It's no longer going to be able to host, art fairs for the future. So we had to look elsewhere, and we were thinking of multiple different areas in Basel. Of course, Basel is not huge, and there's not a lot of options. But this building, it's in the Clybeck region, and what the building is on the old Novartis campus, and it was actually the canteen. And so it's a very interesting building. It was built in 1967 by Suter and Suter. So it does have this architectural history. It was always seen as like the jewel of the area. And the reason why it's called like the jewel of the area is because it's off the ground. And so you're going to have to walk up the stairs in order to get to this kind of light box. It's all full of windows. And so you'll get to this light box up in the clouds a little bit. And one of the things that just attracted us to this is that it was the perfect wrapping, the perfect package for what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to create this, as we always do every year, this exclusive boutique experience where the collector can come in and really focus on the artist or the gallery that they need to understand more, right? Our tagline is discover, connect, collect. And so when we saw this venue, yes, it is smaller than we normally do, but there was just this opportunity that we could not pass. So we will have 30 galleries this year. So you will see a significant drop. But the idea was to be able to allow each of the collector to focus a longer time to discover more about said artist or said gallery, and to connect and hopefully then to enhance their collection from coming to Volta. So those 30 galleries are coming from 13 different countries. So we will really have a great variety, and I think a very honest, true composition of what the contemporary art market looks like.
Well, you answered also my second question, which was how Volta is different from the other fairs. And we do feel it, it's what we love, and we're big fans. It's so beautiful, as I said, the human feeling of meeting, as you said, in a very, so I don't know about the venue, so I can't wait to see it. But
yes, it's gonna be great.
But this, as you said, to meet the galleries, which are amazing. We actually met some in Barcelona, which we then met afterwards. So, you become really a big family.
Yes. Yeah. And so actually, volta, the word in Italian, means to turn. And, in a sonnet, a volta is a rhetorical shift, right? So it's talking about some dramatic turn, some emotional connection or disconnection, some kind of argument that needs to be settled. And that's where we are, right? We want to push our viewers, push our collectorship to see what the future of the art market is looking like, and really to present ambitious exhibitions, right? So we want these established artists sitting side by side with emerging ones, but all the presentations need to be ambitious. We are here for you to discover a new perspective. And so in that's what keeps us very unique. And that is what keeps us challenging for you. as the collector, the viewer, the buyer, we don't want you to come and see year after year something similar. We want you to be challenged by our presentations, to question, because that is what forwards creativity, that's what forwards the artists, and that's what compels the galleries. So it all goes hand in hand. It is cyclical, if done correctly.
Amazing. But tell me, so you said that there are many 30
Yep.
galleries
30 galleries.
Yep. World.
Yes, 16 countries.
16 countries.
Yes.
So what galleries do you look to participate? That they have to have something, as you said, unique or something?
So what we, yeah, of course, we're always going to pay attention to the market. We're going to assess and analyze what is trending, what is not trending, because we are very practical in what we understand of our position. It is a market. But what our ethos and our foundation goes back to is always the same question. Is this gallery the number one patron of this artist? Is this artist the number one fan of this gallery? And this mutual and reciprocal relationship of where the gallery allows the artist to evolve while pushing them, and the artist trusts the gallery in the ways that they are pushing. And so it's this back and forth where you're really having this trusted mutual combination. And that's reflected, I think, in many ways at Volta. One of the ideas is, where should we go next? And my answer is always, well, we'll make that decision with our galleries. This is a deep connection that we have trust over, and we will follow and we will lead when we have that mutual connection. And it starts with artist and gallery, then goes gallery to art fair, and then art fair to collector. And so you can see, again, there is this connection, there is this belonging to each other that is important to us at Volta.
Wonderful, wonderful. And again, one question, because it's Volta Basel, Volta New York. What next? Volta Asia, Volta Middle East?
I don't know. There's so many wonderful options, and there's so many emerging art markets. And I do find it very, very interesting right now in this post-pandemic world. We are seeing more regionalization happening. Obviously we couldn't travel for so long, and we had to kind of redefine what our neighborhood and our community of the art market looked like. And so it is really interesting of deciding where to go next. I think we'll know more once we have this Basel edition. We just finished New York 3 weeks ago. So we're really in the thick of two wonderful peaks in our year. And where we want to go is where the galleries want to follow us, and vice versa.
Thank you. Thank you. So, and one question more about what you've been doing until now, which also it's impressive. So you've been with Ramsey Art Fairs for over a decade, and then managed the Affordable Art Fair and Pulse.
Yeah.
I know you probably don't have a favorite, but which one has left you with most memories?
That's really hard to say. I think, each of the teams that I've been able to work with and work on in the last 12 years have helped me evolve professionally, but also personally. I do feel Ramsey Fairs is a family. So I've been growing up with all these international cousins, so to speak. But I will say that there was 2 art acquisitions that I had. One was at Pulse and one was at Affordable. And so obviously the next acquisition will have to be at Volta. But in Pulse, I acquired a Jana Romanova, and it was one photograph from her series called Waiting. I am a young mother, and it's always been a dream of mine. And so this series is intimate pictures of women and their partners waiting the 40 weeks that it takes to have your baby arrive. And so these are bed shots of different size bellies on these beautifully pregnant women. And so it was really an emotional acquisition for me. And I still see it as just one of the most majestic, ways that a woman could be. And that's followed by an artwork that I purchased at Affordable by Veronica Green, which was called Room of Dreams. And it is a little boy in a gigantic library. And, the room is his and the dreams are unbound. So obviously you can see that I've intertwined my personal life with my professional. And so I would say those memories of when I acquired those, along with, growing my family, was, probably the cherry on top with my memories.
Really touching. Being a mother of 3, I totally understand.
Yep.
Unfortunately, mine are a bit older than yours, but it is the most beautiful moment, especially now that they're grown up. It stays with you forever.
Yeah.
Beautiful, really. And I think, this is all about, these fairs. These are these most happiest moments that you can share. You live them.
Yes.
You must meet so many inspiring people, so many inspiring artists, galleries. It is really, again, extraordinary moment.
Yeah. And in art fairs, you have everyone. You have the gallerist, you have the artist, you have the museum professional, you have the curator, you have the editor, you have, everything, the collectors, the consultants, everything that you could possibly want and who you could possibly meet and who you could gain inspiration from happens at art fairs, which is why I still think no matter if we go back to a very globalized art market in terms of contemporary art fairs, or we stay in this regional thing, there's still inspiration unabound. So it is the place to be.
And we can't wait to be there next week. Incredible. We've been talking about this for a long time and it's really round the corner. So, and it's a beautiful summer here, finally. So really ready for all of you to welcome you all here in Switzerland.
We can't wait.
Yes. So one of my last questions would be, without revealing any trade secrets, if any, are you working on any new fairs? What fair do you feel is missing in the art world, or what kind of art fair?
So I thought a lot about this question, and I don't know if anything is missing right now. What I want to see more of is solo presentations. Volta in New York has a very strong focus on solo booths. And that there is so much risk in only bringing one artist, wherever you're coming from, even if you're local, to put all your eggs in one basket and to show this one audience, one talent. Yeah. That type of risk to me is incredibly impressive. And again, going back to the ethos of what is Volta and that deep connection between the artist and the gallerist, to me, it is just the most exciting. And so I want to have more of that back. Obviously it's been a very difficult 3 years, in this pandemic world and post it now. And so risk has been really hard to swallow. And I want us to get back to that. I think we are a better community when we do go out on that ledge and take that risk with that one artist. I do think creativity really benefits from it. And then those artists that took those risks, and then the gallery took those risks, and then we took those risks, again, it's that amazing community feeling. And that's what I want to see a lot more of, solo presentations.
Are there any in this edition?
So in New York, we just had 17 solo presentations in our gallery. So yes, there are some solo presentations that I just can't wait for you all to see.
Okay, so you leave us a bit of suspense, and we
got it. You have to come to see it.
Okay, but thank you. I know it's an amazing moment for you. It's the end of the week. You're still a half day through, and we are almost at the end here.
Yeah.
So we really thank you for for joining the Art Talks, the Art Talk magazine, and for this very, very special issue. And we're looking forward to be with you very, very soon.
See you next week.